Everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4. I'm joined by Zaro as the Japanese, Fish as the Soviet Union, and Disgruntled as the United States. And we have just entered into the Spanish Civil War, of which I believe just Zaro and Fish can contribute to it. So we'll see how that pans out. As for us, I just kicked it off. We're just going to sit back and watch the show and start to assign some generals to our different fronts here, because they don't have a general, so they kind of need people. So let's start assigning people out. Do that. Give you guys a general. French defense, you guys could use it. Is there any reason not to have generals assigned?
Only if you don't have enough.
Gotcha, so you should almost always assign generals then. Gotcha.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but if you already have them assigned, you don't have to worry about them.
That's
Coming
true.
out late.
Trying to remember who, if anybody has people. Africa. You know what? Here's a good idea. Let's... Ooh. Construction's done. Excavation it is. Alright, so let's actually assign that guy to the African front. You're good, you're good. See, that's max entrenchments. I don't really want to give that up because they're on the lines. That doesn't help. So we'll just leave them without a general. Now, you should always have a general, even if it's not going to be... the skill isn't even applicable. So, we'll still give you a general. There you go. Better than nothing.
Skill level gives a lot.
Hey, we no longer have factory strikes. Congrats! Everybody's happy. Oh, look, we shot way back up with our, how our production's working. Thank God. So, who has submitted to the, Spanish Civil War? Is anybody?
I'm holding off.
Tension came in, so, right now, nobody. Just Germany.
Just Germany.
You sure you don't want to go in, Fish?
Yeah, I've got some other stuff on my mind.
Don't need armor, army XP?
I'll get that somewhere else.
I'm surprised. With all the divisions you have, I'm surprised you don't just send a bunch of tanks in.
Honestly, Russia starts with a rather large supply deficit, so if you're planning to do something early, you really have to count every single rifle.
I guess that makes a strong point. Tanks aren't rifles, though. You can send them all you want.
I have a 400 deficit of tanks, and I've got a 24,000 deficit of rifles.
Gotcha.
It's gotta hold on to every single one I can.
Ah,
Oh.
there we go.
That's early.
Yeah, that's a little bit early, eh?
Start strong, my friend. Start strong. Alright, and strengthen the government, so that way we can get rid of this stupid... whatever you want to call it.
Quick, fascists, communists, send your, meddling demagogues
Hoorah!
to France.
No.
He thinks he's done. Let's just be good.
Well, it'll just get rid of this... It'll allow me to start gaining unity again, which will be nice. Because that
Yeah.
hurts an awful lot.
Does.
And yes, I took the British alliance much earlier just so I can make my way to strengthen government. So that way I start gaining a weekly national unity of plus, what is that, 0.5% every week for a year, apparently. So every little bit helps. It needs it. And once that's done, I can start working my way through other things. Finally, I'll probably start working on either the defensive focus or probably work on my infrastructure. Infrastructure allows me extra research. Defense or aggressive allows me other things. Probably do defensive. It's kind of the better way to go. It allows me to do heavy tanks, which are much more useful, I suppose.
Well, it depends on what you're doing. They, of course, have more armor and generally more pen, but they're also a lot slower. So if
True.
you're trying to do flanking and breakthrough, that's not heavy tank work.
That's very true.
And they cost more.
Yes.
I'm learning that building tiger regiments in my solo game.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Wait, you aren't building the Japanese Tiger? I mean, it's in World of Tanks. That means it's got to be historically accurate, right?
It was on a napkin somewhere at some point in time, seen by somebody.
I
No,
think they
somebody's
did send them
uncle.
one for tech demonstration, but they just sent
Yes.
them the one.
And wasn't it sunk before it got there?
Or it didn't get there till really late, if not.
I thought it was sunk.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the British are mildly weak in terms of ground forces. However,
That changes pretty quick.
however, yeah, I was gonna say,
Right.
however, they can escalate that quick.
Well, they got the equivalent of the EU wooden wall. Except there's now flying in boats, so airplanes and boats.
Yeah, they have a ton of fleets and a ton of air. Air is
You
something
sure?
I'm still not very familiar with in this game. Fleets, I kind of have an idea of how they work. I kind of just set them and forget them. But air is difficult to play with in my book.
It's just different. You generally can never build enough fighters. Like if you're not building fighters right now, you might want to.
Very true.
Because even just having fighters in the air, having fighter superiority, will give you a bonus in all combat in that zone.
Yeah, it does.
That's where I'm kind of wondering if I should build fighters or just build my carrier fighters.
We'll get there eventually. Alright, so, that being said... Africa, what are you defending? Well, it's a giant state. That's part of the problem. It's a very giant state. Italy, however, is almost done with Ethiopia. Not really.
Oh, poor Ethiopia.
It's a thing, they're doing stuff. It looks like nobody's sending any volunteers except Germany. So that'll be interesting to see how the AI battles it out.
I think National Spain always starts with the leaning to win. I think they have a little extra when they start.
I don't know, it's a good question. We'll see. I mean, they do get assistance from other countries, so... Alright, so what am I needing oil for, is the question. Oil is needed for my motorized groups and my light tanks. So that's not essential at the moment for me to get. I'm more focused on getting my towed artillery and my infantry weapons back up. Those are my priorities in terms of anything. And I have plenty of resources for those, so that's not an issue. Now, how's my construction going? My construction's slowly going. Getting things up. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. We'll make it work. Alright, so what is everybody else up to? Oh, you're going heroism, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gives you some pretty nice military theorists, and the stuff below it's pretty strong as well.
Very true. In my single-player test game, I went the collectivists, and I'm not too happy with it. So I think that's
It's
the
okay.
better way to go. It's
I think
not
the
as
biggest-
good, I think.
Well, I think the biggest draw is the extra research slot is right under that,
Yeah.
as well as the transformation of nature, which is 6 free rubber.
Yep, and you have to have collectivists to do that extra research.
Yep. It locks you out the other side.
Yep.
But the other side gives you minus 5% research time.
So overall,
3%.
yeah, I mean, it can go both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I think both are very solid.
Ooh, I have more than just that. Okay.
Here's a question. Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
So, well, that was
Really?
quick.
World tension, excellent. Oh, you did that so fast. I can't. I'm gonna reduce it a good bit with what I'm doing.
I think you did that on purpose, man.
Yes, I did. Hey, I thought breaking the chains off of America was what was wanted.
Well,
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
not complaining. I more think it's funny that I'm going to be reducing world tension. You'll see how in a little bit more. Another 210 days.
I'll make more world tension so you can get rid of it, okay? Promise.
Okay, I'll help you out.
Promise, buddy.
oh hey, Germany sent volunteers to Poland. What?
Yeah, good luck with that.
That's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah, how many were they allowed to send?
3.
Can we see? 3? Oh, yeah, I'm not. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
real interesting.
Well, you can see why he didn't want to go to the fascist Spain now.
Yep, he's just gobbling up Poland as quick as he can.
Although it looks like that's going to cause the Republic of Spain to lose.
He might be able to still send stuff there when he finishes.
I don't care about Republican Spain, to be completely honest.
You don't want an
Not-
ally behind France so you can pincer him?
True. That's a consideration,
That it is.
but it is Spain.
Who never seems to get involved in anything.
Now, pretty ineffectual all the way around.
They do things, though. Alright, so where was I? I forgot what I was doing now. I was looking at this. That's probably fine. Oh, yeah, I was looking at what ships I should be building. Submarine 2, definitely. Now, as for this destroyer type, do I really want the Agile, or do I want the Burlesque? Or, not even gonna bother pronouncing that. French is hard. Fire rate and range. They're almost identical from what I can tell. So, what does it matter? However, I can build carriers. I forgot about that.
Ugh, the marshes of eastern Poland are pretty gross.
I don't think I need to build carriers, though. The marshes of eastern Poland. I'm just surprised at how quickly you're gobbling them up.
Oh yeah, I actually held off taking a national focus until I got enough points to start fabricating.
I suppose that's important.
Well, I mean, if you got a plan, so...
Alright, Mr. Belgium. We are kind of happy with each other, which is good.
I have military experience.
Yeah, you did get your military experience, that's for damn sure. Oh, you made a pocket. Kind of. Can't really see what's going on. Looks like the Republic is doing an interesting maneuver, but we'll see if it capitalizes. Again, I don't think the AI is exactly 100% confident on being able to create pockets and eliminate troops that way. They just kind of duke it out.
They tend to dirt pretty hard.
I still can't get over the fact that volunteers are sent from Germany to Poland. That literally makes no sense to me whatsoever. I'll take it. It's
A little
just funny.
strange, but hey,
Oh, the Netherlands. Giant colonies down in the... Australia owns that? Okay, yep, no. I was confused as to what all Australia owned. All these areas in EU4 that we have to keep landing on and taking. Oh, Siam is next to France. Okay, I own Vietnam. Durr. I should have known better than that. How dare I? Alright, so what can I do next? Well, might not be bad to start working on our next fighter. Just so that we can get that up and running. It is 1936, towards the end of it. Yeah, let's do that. So the small blocks, like how I just selected that, the small blocks are actually... Oh hey, what do you know? Small blocks are instant upgrades to existing things. So if you select that, once it completes, it'll instantly upgrade for whatever the percentage is to make it whatever. Like for that, I just selected artillery. It'll make the artillery slightly better. Imperial... No, not austerity. Okay, well, Zaro's going down his tech tree there. Disgruntled's still working on his factions out in the Americas. I am working on... What am I working... What is Soviets working on? Oh, still down your tree there. And I'm working on my defensive strategies now. Or no, my industry, rather. So you guys are being awfully quiet. What's going on in the Far East?
I'm just getting my military ready.
I guess in the New World we kind of stuck building up, just waiting.
Yep, pretty much.
Ah, Hawaii.
Need to get my zeros researched.
There we go. Industrial expansion. That'll help me out a lot. And we'll do military expansion. That'll help me out a lot again. And we should be okay after that. So what are these two forces at? Well... That's a wide reconnaissance range. I really have no idea which is which. That's interesting. So we're just gonna have to go with it and hope for the best. Go, some Spanish. I don't know who at this rate is going to be the better option. Meantime, we're just gonna keep building up. None of our troops are ready at all. How are they coming now? Now our tanks are slowly building up, so that's the thing.
Out of curiosity, how much can you reduce the world tension by Disgruntled?
I don't know. It might not happen. I'm really short on equipment. That training was a bad idea.
Yeah. I can easily see that.
Well, Germany increased it with a anti-Comintern pact. So you got we'll have to worry about.
Yeah. The anti-Comintern pack is basically everybody giving me the middle finger. It's nothing more than that, really.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Your sphere of influence is about to reach all the way to German borders.
Yep.
I was gonna say you're just about to take Warsaw. Did you have battle plans formed for that, or are you just kind of manipulating it as you go? Okay, so you had several different lines.
I set up the battle plans in the first few minutes of the opening.
Oh, I gotcha. How many forces did you have on that front?
60.
Wow, Jesus,
60
dude.
units. I don't know how many per.
That's pretty impressive.
So that means your east is pretty wide open, huh?
Nope.
He probably
just saying, nope.
he probably pulled stuff off of like Afghanistan, Iraq, and Turkey.
I've got. Oh, it's open enough for if you were focusing on it, it would probably push. But
I
beyond
do
that,
have more troops on the border than you do, I think.
yeah, you do. I mean, it's just a token force.
Well, I mean, in reality, you probably don't need to worry about Afghanistan or Iran or Turkey. So you could probably pull those troops. Finland might be problematic if you wanted to deal with them.
Nah, that's not problematic at all. Once I get my industry figured out, I can actually start making more troops.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you're only hurting for the equipment, right?
Yep.
That river
Manpower
crossing is going to be a bitch. I'd love to have seen what your war plan was. Oh, you're coming up from the south. I gotcha.
Yep.
So I guess you have one group holding at the river and another coming up from the south.
I clumped up most of my tanks in the south and started pushing from there.
Look at
Just
that.
'cause-
Go you go. What does Germany have? They're still pretty strong.
they're going to be a lot weaker without Poland, though.
Yes, they are. How close are we to finishing our industry? Well, we are over halfway. That's good. How is this building going? Oh, we're about to get another war factory. And there it is. Excellent. Do I add more of those? Yeah, we'll do that. Help mitigate the infantry equipment. I've knocked it down, which helps. Every little bit. Man, that stuff's expensive. Takes a long time to build up that, those weapons. Infantry equipment takes forever. Does US have that problem too, or is US pretty fine?
I'm negative 12,000 still.
Gotcha, so it's not just France and Russia then. So what are you doing over there? You've been awfully quiet.
I'm just watching counters go.
It's really all you can do as US until the world tension escalates.
Yeah, no, I have a plan. It's just, it takes a while to develop. I have to get through certain focuses.
I see the Canadians have a couple troops on the border with you. It's about as much as I can see.
Yeah, they don't have a lot. They have about 10 divisions total.
F that. But hey, they're Canadians. Huh, Poland didn't stand a chance. Fall of Warsaw, indeed. I would like to say that Fish is liberating Poland, but I think he's roughly 6 years, no, probably more than 6 years too early.
Hey, early's better than late, come on.
I don't think they were at the point that they needed liberation yet.
Of course they were.
You just brought the liberty to them in advance in case something happens. Gotcha.
There's some liberty.
I wouldn't say it's really liberty.
It's liberty.
They freed the workers from their
Exactly.
struggle.
He's liberating the workers from the crushing heel of the bourgeois.
How much do we want the world to be on fire, out of curiosity?
As long as it's been burning since the world's been turning, I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whew, Jesus.
That's a lot of equipment.
Yeah, I actually really needed that, so
That
I'm
helps.
okay with this.
25% just from grabbing all of Poland. How did that push you up in terms of your deficit that you had?
I'll check it in a second. I'm setting up my occupation forces, so everything doesn't end up on fire, preferably. Let's see.
Oh yeah, start sending in the NKDV.
I don't
or
think you need to worry about it.
NKVD.
It is
Yeah, tension was under 25. You should be okay.
It's 11.
Resistance, I don't think, can grow if
They're not in a
Since you-
faction.
right, and you've declared peace with them, so there's no resistance.
I did not know that. The more you know.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. It's only while the faction, if they're in a faction and you haven't beaten that faction.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, that's interesting. So, say the Germans took over France, I would get
Yeah.
factions against them.
Well, this definitely changes what I was gonna do.
So if you're in, if you joined the Allies already.
Yes, I'm in the
I'm
Allies.
not.
Right. So if Germany takes France, the France would be partisans against Germany.
Got it.
They've
Because
changed
you're in a
how
faction.
they've changed how partisans work in this one compared to 3.
Uh-huh.
In 3, they actually spawn partisan armies that you had to deal with. You know, the classic paradox whack-a-mole rebels.
Yep.
This one, partisans just destroy, or not destroy, but cripple industry and infrastructure and that type of stuff.
Interesting. So they're less active of a force and more
They're
passive.
not a true revolution type force. They don't just pop up.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that can't help spur like a pop up or something to come from some other.
Got
thing,
it.
but-
So they're more of a passive thing you got to
Yep,
deal with.
they're just and they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to whack a mole than it is to, catch everybody hiding in the buildings.
Yep.
Oh, good to know. And I really need to start figuring out what I want to do in terms of my next trek. And I guess I can go for the extra research. That would not be bad. Get that going, and then I can worry about defensive or aggressive. It's tough. I'm not sure what I want to go with. Defensive stratagems. Oh, that's how I remove the disjointed. Okay. So that'll need to happen next. So we'll do that after I get my extra research. Do that, and then we'll decide between aggressive and defensive. That way I get rid of the stupid disjointed, and I can start declaring wars left and right. Ish. Ish being ultimate there. Alright, well... What is
I should
Germany
have
up
a
to?
battleship rolling off the or sliding out of the docks today, or this
Right.
Congrats.
Well, they pushed them out of the docks. I don't know if you've ever seen how that works when they're building them on land and then they drop
Yeah.
them into the ocean.
Yep.
It is fun to
It's-
watch.
They tip sideways, you think it's gonna capsize,
Yep.
and then goes right back up. You're good to go.
Sometimes it does capsize.
And not often. That really takes a epic screw up for that to happen.
Yeah.
What is all there? Bunch of stuff. Alright, so we'll drop you over here. And if you guys don't mind stopping your patrols. There we go. We want these two. Bring them all together, merge. And then you guys patrol. There we go. All is good now. Alright, so what do you guys usually do for your second 150 political power?
If you haven't changed your war, I mean, the economy's the first thing you need to do. Then you just gotta decide whether you need the whatchamacallit.
Well, since I'm starting to research new ships, I went for getting my naval researcher or arsenal pretty quickly.
The like industry guy is not bad. The doctrine is actually what I generally take. Your doctrine
Theorist.
theorist, yeah. So you get a little bit of army XP and
Yeah, mine's-
discounts on your doctrine.
Mine's a
Wait,
nice
which doctrine
250
guy?
points.
Well, that's whichever
the
doctrine you
theorist.
go. The theorist, which one you're gonna take.
The theorist.
Yep, it's in the research and production section.
Bottom right or the rightmost on the second row.
Alright, give me 1 second to get back to it. Currently in the middle of something.
And it helps to know which doctrine you're gonna be taking.
Yeah, that's the problem, is I don't think I'm to that step yet.
Well, I
Really?
think you probably already picked one. So
I think
or
that
your
starts with the
nation
Grand Battle
evolves.
Plan.
Does France start with Grand Battle Plan?
I believe so.
Oh,
makes sense.
Hold on. Repeat all that? I'm sorry.
Quick research, look at your land doctrine, see which one you picked. Is what we say. We think it's Grand Battle Doctrine, but you should check
Yes,
for sure.
Grand Battle Doctrine. Or Grand
So
Battle
you
Plan.
want the Grand Battle Doctrine Theorist, is what you want.
Alright, and that would be... Where is
Second
he?
row, rightmost.
Second row, rightmost. Theorist. Okay. And then I'd want Grand Battle Plan. Oh, he's 250 though. So just save
I've
up.
spent my 250.
I will save up then. Good to know. Here I was gonna go with a cheap guy, 150 dude. But we shall wait. So are there countries that you can select one of them, or can you change them back and forth at all for your battle plans?
What do you mean?
Or your doctrines, can you change to a different one, or am I forever
You can
locked?
change to it. It's just
It's
you
just
have the
expensive.
first one researched already. That's all it is.
Gotcha.
They are mutually exclusive though, so if you pick
Yep.
one,
You'll lose the other,
yep.
whatever you've put together.
Like if you wanted to switch from Grand Battle Plan to Superior Firepower or something like that, you lose whatever you already have researched.
Okay, gotcha.
Ooh,
Lagging behind. Way to go,
Full display.
Fish.
I know.
Hurting everybody.
All my fault.
Peace treaty.
It only made the world a little bit more on fire. That's about it.
You definitely changed my research plans.
You're welcome.
You're giving me a lot of volunteers real quick here.
I guess that helps, doesn't it?
Well, setting the world on fire helps democracies move a lot faster.
Yeah.
You're not really sitting on your bum too
Looks
long.
like Republican Spain's gonna win also.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Significantly.
Wow. Did anybody send them?
No. Nobody sent... Well, the AI
No.
did. Italy
No,
sent
no,
one.
nobody did. No.
Germany sent another couple.
Well, not to Republican side. Wow. All right.
Oh no! Oh, the humanities! The huge manatees! Sorry there, buddy. You have a burning ship in New Jersey now.
What a shame.
What a shame. What a shame indeed. Burning airship in New Jersey.
It's just Lakehurst.
It's just New Jersey, so I think it only added to the terrain. It only
What's the
improved
limit on
things.
carriers, Disgruntled?
4.
After 4 you take a penalty, or at 4?
After.
After you start taking penalties.
Alright. Full production on military infantry equipment. That'll be nice. And then we can start working towards our other guys.
Yes, I know I have no divisions in basic training.
Game's been yelling that at me for a long time.
I mean, I just try and get a few things going and don't necessarily need them. Wait, did it say
Well,
you had puppet?
I don't want to spend any more small arms than I have to.
Gotcha. I find it funny that you have the Philippines as a puppet.
Yep. It's pretty much what
Okay.
they were since the Spanish-American War.
Arguably, this
Turn
is
of the
true.
century. Well, this time it was. They're not anymore, of course, but
True.
we took them from Spain.
I wonder, just out of
Really,
curiosity.
Zaro? Only 600 fighters at the moment?
I am building them. Zeros aren't cheap.
No, I've been building Warhawks for a bit here. I'm almost done replacing.
Japan doesn't
Actually,
start
I'm
out
not
with
even
a
replacing.
strong military factories. They're more. I have almost as many dockyards as military factories.
Yeah. Well, you probably have more factories than I do right now. I haven't built any, so I'm still just sitting at 10. I probably should have
26.
built a few initially. But I'm gonna fix that in a little bit here.
And I have to build both carrier-based fighters and regular fighters.
So do I.
You have to build mainland fighter? Oh, because you have stuff in China
Yeah,
area.
they have different stats.
Yeah,
actually.
generally
They're different
carriers
range.
are a little bit worse, but they have more range.
And carriers are better attack and defense normally,
But they have mine
but
have worse
weaker
agility.
weaker agility and less range.
Well, I mean,
And they cost more. But then again, they fit on a mobile, flying base. Kind of hard to say no to.
Unless you only have 6 ports, then you can say no.
can't do what I wanted to. Interesting. Alright, well, so much for that idea. It was a fond idea. It just didn't pan out at all, in the slightest. Alright, well, I think we hit the point at which we can probably call it for this episode. So I want to thank everybody for coming out to our Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We, I don't know, we didn't really do too much other than see the Republic pretty much finish off the war. We saw Poland get gobbled up, and we finally got our economy back on track. Alright, so thank you everybody for coming out. We will catch you in the next episode.